Hello there and welcome to another tutorial video. I do hope you're doing well today. And today we're going to be looking at Unit 14 of the Level 9 Harmony course published through the Royal Conservatory of Music in the 2016 edition of the syllabus. We're going to be looking at a very interesting topic, and this will be the first of a couple of different tutorial segments on formal analysis. So that is basically the structure and understanding of how pieces of music are written and looking at the bigger picture. In a lot of the materials in this series of tutorials and also in this particular course, a lot of the materials all outline the specifics of each chord or chord progression and some of the varying things that the great composers taught us with their work. But now, when we look at the bigger picture and a formal analysis, there are a few different things we want to think about. First of all, we want to think about the phrase structure. Where are the phrases? Where do they start? Where do they finish? As well, we want to think about what are the cadences at each phrase and what key are we in. Those three things, phrase structure, cadences, and key, are very, very important when thinking about the bigger picture of a piece. Throughout this set of tutorials here, we're going to be discussing a couple of different types of pieces. And the important thing and interesting thing here is that we're not going to be analyzing every single chord and every bar. That can be done another time. But now we're going to be thinking about the structure of the entire piece itself. Where is the first section of the piece? Where is the second section of the piece? And how do the sections work together to create the piece of music? Now, a nice way to do this is with the shorter dance forms of the Baroque period. And in this set of lessons, we're going to be learning about a few different types. There's the minuet, which is the first type we'll look at today. This type of piece is in 3/4 time, is traditionally where the phrases are organized, where the emphasis is on the downbeat of each first bar of each phrase. There are no pickups or anacrusis in these pieces. As well, the pieces are usually performed at a moderate speed or moderate tempo. There's an example of this on page 171. I just finished off with a cadence that was improvised, but generally you can get the idea of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this is like a grandfather to the waltz, which comes up a little bit later in music history. Now, another dance form that's very different is the sarabande. And this is an interesting type of piece that is in 3/4 as well, but something that differentiates the minuet from the sarabande is the speed or the tempo that the piece is played. The sarabandes are usually very slow at a largo or a very slow adagio speed. And as well, something that's interesting is there's an emphasis on the second beat of each bar. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And as a side note, all of the different stylistic aspects of each of these dances suit not only the music, but also the dance steps that accompany the music. Now I'll play this short excerpt on this page. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. The next dance is a jig. It's very fast, traditionally in 6/8 or 12/8, which means this type of piece is in compound time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have a lot of energetic, robust energy and just a lot of fun. These dances are also commonly depicted in movies such as Titanic. There's that scene where all the crew and various people are below the decks dancing to a jig on the top of tables and various things. Here's an example of the jig. One, two, three, four, five, six. Very fun. Now the next piece is called the bourrée. And this is one of the pieces that can be written either in cut time or in 4/4, but is usually felt in groups of two. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's usually fairly quick, and there's, in the sense of the tempo, and there's also a 1-beat pickup. Now, when we go into other videos speaking about the analysis of these different phrases and phrase models in the dance types, it's important to note that whenever there's, of course, a pickup at the beginning of a piece, each subsequent phrase will also have the same pickup structure. It's almost like the phrasing is shifted over by 1 beat. Here's an example of a bourrée. All of these examples, of course, are written in the book and are shared on the screen. Now, the last dance we're going to be looking at today is called the gavotte, and this is a moderately fast piece played at a moderately fast tempo, traditionally in the same time signature as the bourrée. But what differentiates the gavotte from the bourrée is that a bourrée has 1-beat pickup, a gavotte has a 2-beat or a half-bar pickup. And this, again, also affects not only the beginning of the piece, but also each phrase. Everything is shifted over by 2 beats. So the actual emphasis is not until the first beat of the first bar. So we have 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So it's like a little bit of a lead-in, as we may say. So it's kind of an interesting little change between each of these dances. Now, in the next video, what we're going to do is speak a little bit about phrase structure and how to differentiate the different parts of the piece and pieces, and also not only how to tell the difference between a sarabande versus a minuet, etc., but also the different sections within each piece. So I look forward to seeing you for the next video as we delve in a little bit deeper. Thank you so very much for watching. And if you've gone this far in the video, I encourage you to like and subscribe, and I encourage you to see some of the other content that's on this channel, varying other tutorials of the Royal Conservatory of Music pieces that I've performed, and also I look forward to creating new content on a fairly regular basis. Thank you so much for watching, and take care for now.